Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our last live broadcast for today. You know, years ago, years ago, and I'm talking about 25 years ago, whenever I would do a training, I would start out by asking everybody, how would you feel if you knew you could walk into a room with 50 people, knowing that everybody in the room that was wearing a green shirt would be a serious prospect for your business? And everybody in the room that was wearing a red shirt was going to be a customer. And you could walk into that room every day and you could talk to 3 people. Who are you going to talk to? You're going to talk to the people in the green shirts that would become great customers, but serious business builders. You're going to talk to the red shirts. And it was always a no-brainer. We're going to talk to the people that have the green shirts. Now, I love it when former students come back. Yesterday, I was on the phone with a friend who was a $1 million earner in Isogenics. And last time we got together was 2017. And when I showed him what happened to LinkedIn since then, he went, "What?" All right. He went absolutely, he went wild. And the truth is, it has never been easier. It has never been faster to build a business. And let me just take a look at something here. Chris, it's nice to see you back. So let me just look in the chat window first. So it has gotten easier than ever before to connect with people. The challenge that everybody is facing is who's real? Who's real? Because there has been a flood, a virtual flood of bogus profiles, not just on Facebook, not just on LinkedIn, but on Facebook too. You want to be talking to 5, 10 people every day. We want to make sure we're talking to real people. Now, when most people join a network marketing company, they're taught an old school, actually in today's standards, a prehistoric method of getting started that doesn't work for most people. Network marketing is no longer a face-to-face, belly-to-belly business. So you join a company, and then they're told to make a list of 100 people that they know, their warm market. And then they're provided with a script. Mary, to keep your options open to making money, would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? No biggie. If not, I'm just throwing it out there to keep your options open. Then they're encouraged to call everyone on the list and tell them about their new business. The results for most people are often very discouraging. Very discouraging. But they are constantly encouraged to keep going with motivation mantras like, well, you have to get out of your comfort zone if you want to be successful, so keep calling, don't stop. Or to be successful in network marketing and in sales, you have to go through 100 no's to get a yes. Or every no is one step closer to getting a yes, so keep calling, go for no. The problem with going for no with that script is that if you're going for no, you'll get it every single time, because you're giving the person you're talking to a reason to tell you no. This may or may not be for you. Well, it's not for me. This old school prehistoric method actually attracts no's, rejection, pain, and frustration. For those of you that have been through it, you know what I'm talking about. Trying to build your business like this is like starting a fire by rubbing two sticks together instead of using a cigarette lighter. Trying to build your business like this is like building your business on a rotary phone, or hunting for big game with a slingshot instead of a rifle with a telescopic sight. Thanks to social networks like LinkedIn and Facebook, there's an easier and a faster way to get started. Let me jump over here and let me go over to LinkedIn first. And bring up Krista's profile. And let me unmute you. Hey, good afternoon, Krista.
Max.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
So let's take a look. So are we still working with the same company?
Yep, I'm just back at it now. I took a break.
You did. Okay. Okay, well, since you've been gone and now that you're back, LinkedIn has made some outrageous changes that are going to make it easier for you to build your business. How many people would you say you're connected to? Do you know?
On LinkedIn?
Yeah.
A little over 1,000.
Okay. Let me, let's come back over here. So one of the things that you're going to be able to do, see all those people that you had connected with before. Oh, you're still connected. And many of them you haven't talked to.
No.
Okay. So for example, if, let's see, when did we work together? It was 2019.
Mhm.
Did you change your password since then?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me come out, because it's a little bit more impressive if I'm in your account when I do this.
Sure.
So what was the email address that you used to get into your account?
Oh, I think it's cmdoman@sbcglobal.net. This is to LinkedIn? Ooh.
CM?
Yeah, DOHMEN @sbcglobal.net.
It's not
Not coming up. It might be my other email then.
Okay, what is it? Let's try that one.
Okay, it's Christa, CHRISTA.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sends you a code.
To my
Check-
email.
check
Okay.
your email really quick.
It's 313153.
313153. Okay. Okay, now, first, let's come over here and look at your network. All right, now you haven't been here for a while, and as a result of that, there's a feature that LinkedIn has that's going to enable, and you got 1,300 connections. So go up here, linkedin.com/ celebrations. So what this is going to do is you've got people that have changed their job that you're connected to, people that you're connected to that are having a birthday, and people that are having a work anniversary. Now, the easiest one, the one that's really the most fun, is the birthday.
Okay.
So, for example, do you know who Christian is?
No, but I messaged him yesterday because I just have started getting back into your stuff.
Okay, gotcha. So you've been connected to him for 7 years. Oh, so you said, okay, so you wish him happy birthday.
Yep.
Okay, but what I wanted to show you was, I'll do it with this person here.
Okay.
So this person, 3 years ago. So you bring up the mission. Okay, so the last time you reached out to her was in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, and you haven't talked to her since. So you got all of these people here that this one's 6 years ago. And so this is 2017. So there's all kinds of people that you could actually re-engage, restart conversations. Let's go back over here to your network. So you got 1362. Now, you came up here to the search window. Now we were searching through the people that you're connected to. Let's see how many of them are actually looking for an opportunity. You got 95. Let's see how many of them are searching for an opportunity. You got 10. Let's see how many are seeking an opportunity. You got 55. And let's see how many of them are open to an opportunity. You got 11. So there's a total of 171 people that you're connected to. For example, down here, Chloe. She's a trained teacher. She's looking for an opportunity. To come over here to the messages, you never talk to her. So 171 people divided by, so about 14% of the people that you're connected to right now are potential prospects. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if we come back since 2019, I mean, they have made so it's a whole different world. So if we came up here and we did a search, looking for opportunity, teacher, we hit the enter key. We click on people. So there's 186,000 people that are looking for an opportunity. We came over here to locations and we just did the United States. You got 83,000 people here that you could potentially talk to. So the whole process has gotten easier. In fact, it's gotten faster. The only thing that you have to be careful about is to make sure that they're active. Because some of the people that you're going to see transitioning teacher looking for new opportunity. Some of the people that you're going to see haven't been active for an extended period of time. And if they're not active, the way you can tell, oh, here, he just started this. Now what LinkedIn does is if we come over here to activity, previously, the only way you would know if somebody was active was by checking their posts. So we posted something a year ago. But now they're letting you see, has he made any comments? Well, made a comment a year ago. Let's look at reactions. So he reacted on something 3 days ago. LinkedIn, if you're reaching out to people that are not active, LinkedIn will shut you down.
Oh, okay.
All right. And in fact, LinkedIn has made another change. Now let me come back and look. Okay, now LinkedIn is suggesting try Sales Navigator. Now previously, I was suggesting take advantage of their 3-course Sales Navigator, but all right, let's try this. Okay, so you have did you ever did I don't think I was in I don't think I was recommending these advanced services when we worked together last time. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take advantage of the Recruiter Lite
Okay.
for 30 days because it's got some features that are absolutely outrageous. But if you're available maybe in an hour, I can give you a call and talk to you about some of these. But what it does is it lets you connect with people that have just signed up with LinkedIn. So you can reach out to people that signed up for LinkedIn yesterday or signed up for LinkedIn in the last 30 days. So you end up getting to people before they're copied or contacted by a lot of folks that are going to be hit by your competition. So,
Okay.
so what we have to do though is, whoops, let's come back to your profile. So all right, so remind me, what company are you working with?
Young Living.
Okay. So you're looking for somebody clearly that is into health and wellness.
Yep.
And health and wellness, it's a wide range of people, but what we want to do is make adjustments to your profile so that you appeal to just about any audience. And yeah, I'll give you a call. We can go over this, but you've already got people that you're already connected to, like I said. So you're going to do 3 things. We're going to make adjustments to your profile that will send out to everybody that you're connected to a notice about having an anniversary, a notice about you doing something new. So that creates all kinds of incoming action and incoming activity. All right, so let me um Okay, so let me give you an example.
Thank you.
If you know specifically who you're talking to. Actually, before I do that, let me go over here to the network and show you why LinkedIn is making a lot of changes. You're getting all kinds of bogus profiles that people are creating. This is an example of one. Senior Vice President, Corporate Development, Freelance Executive. Well, these things, they don't fit. They don't fit. University of Singapore. The key is always the picture. It's not a professional picture. It's not something that you'd expect to see on a LinkedIn profile. And there are more profiles coming in from China that is generating all of these. As a result, what LinkedIn is doing is they have set up a feature where you can verify your profile that you are a real person. Facebook just started a verification deal. You know, Twitter has one. Well, I guess they call it X now, where you can verify that you're really a person. Well, Facebook will let you do it, but it's going to cost you $11.99 a month. You don't really need to do it on Facebook, but everybody on Facebook is starting to get the same baloney messages from people who want to be friends. Oh, we saw your profile and you're really a neat person. In fact, probably if I go over friend requests, there's going to be all kinds of people here that want to be my friends, and the profiles are bogus. So now we're getting the same things on LinkedIn. Whoops. Well, so Sam has been a student for about 4 years. We started working. Let me make this bigger. Okay, we've connected here. So let me come back up and look. We started in March. Now Sam has 4,700 connections. All right, so let me come down here. So we gave him, you know, we gave him a script specifically to match the people that he's talking to restart conversations with people that he was already connected to. So we'll come down here. Now we picked out specific groups of people. He wanted to talk to investors, business owners, bankers, financial advisors, and Forex traders. So we went in to see, out of all the people that he's connected to, how many people fell into that category. So we had 4,700 connections. 200 investors, 2,100 bankers, business owners, 41 bankers. So 37% of the people that he was already connected to were connections. So he started to, and again, this was we gave him things to post. Take the dates off of these things. So about a week later, the March 15th, a week later, because Max has been a crazy 2 weeks. I sponsored 12 people in 14 days. And he's been spending 5 to 6 hours a day, working with these people, getting them set up and training them. A week later, he added 21 people to his business in 3 weeks. He's no longer stuck, not going, and 90% of the people that he talks to, 9 out of 10 people that he talks to, are signing up in his business. And he's selling a $5,000 package. So the reason I'm showing you all of you this is because if you've been at this for any length of time, you are already connected to people that would clearly be interested in your business. So now it comes down to conversation, picking out the right people, restarting conversations with people. And now LinkedIn has added some additional features. For example, with Scott, once you're connected, you could add a file, but now LinkedIn has a Zoom feature. So you're talking to somebody and you click on that and you can start an instant meeting. So it takes communicating with people to a whole different level. You have to be using Google Chrome to make it work, or it'll plug you in to your existing network. Let me come back. Let's let me look in the question box. Debbie, I haven't seen Margie's video yet. And so, Caroline, what is the first message to send to someone who requests you? Well, what you do there, Caroline, is you accept them, and then you hit them with the icebreaker. Hey, it's the same thing. It's nice to be connected to you on LinkedIn. I've made some wonderful new friends and amazing new connections. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? You could use that to either confirm someone that you sent a message to, or somebody that reaches out to you and connects with you. All right, let me come back over here. Look at Everett, if you're gonna use, if you're gonna send a message, just, put something out here. Number one, never quit. You're covering the balance of this. You really, if you're gonna have a message, you want to have a message that people could see and understand. Let's come down here. Now, this is what happened 1 week ago. Everett made a change to his profile, and it sent out this message to everybody that he's connected with, which is an opportunity to start a conversation. And here, you want to make it easy for people to understand who you are. Let's look at the different things that you got listed here. The second line is the company that you work for. The top line is your position. So here you were working for Ultimate Real Estate. Your position up here would be either a real estate salesman, real estate, broker. So you've done this for 13 years. So this should say real estate. You could say real, if you got a real estate license, it would be realtor. And the thing is, if it's your company and you want to give people the perception that it was maybe bigger than it is, you could put down founder and then principal realtor, which would give people the perception that there are other people that are working with you. All right, then we come up here, Ultimate Transportation Services. Okay. Well, you're not only the president, this is your business, you started it, so put down founder. Then we come up here. Ultimate Asphalt and Concrete. Well, this is the name of the company. You got president here, you got president there. All of this is not necessary. So Ultimate Asphalt and Concrete would be the company down here. Up here, you would have president. All right, so here, this is your network marketing business. So you're the founder. I would also put down CEO. And then the CFO stands for Chief Fund Officer. So you want to make it clear. And what this does is it makes people curious about what you're doing. Starts with your profile. Now, you don't need this because it's down below. And the only other thing I would do is lifestyle transitioning mentor, comma, space. Home business coach, comma, space, one space. And you definitely want to work on the cover. Now, it's all about making connections and talking to people. Let me bring up Joanne. Now, Joanne is building a Maluka business. And when she was an orphan, so she didn't have anybody to work with. In the first month, she jumped in boot camp. She's one of my coaching students, and I love sharing success stories. Okay. So the first month that we were working together, she doubled her business. Second month, it tripled. And then she started to apply what I taught her towards getting insurance clients. And she started signing up people, started selling more insurance policy. The head of her office noticed all of a sudden the increase in business, asked her what she was doing. She told them, I'm getting them off of LinkedIn. So they paid her $5,000 to teach the other agents. She called in I think it was about 3 months ago, to bring us up to date. And what she's doing now should motivate a lot of you.
I mean, Max, what you've taught me, obviously I've applied to my network marketing business and it absolutely works. We know that. It's a fact. You've done it with me. You've done it with so many others. But, you know, one of the things I always say was what you teach us, we can apply to any job. And it's the same technique. It's the same dance. And I've used it in the insurance world, where I was recruiting for multiple agencies and using your techniques. I remember 1 month I recruited 40 insurance agents in 1 month. You know, that's huge. And I know that you've worked with others that have built huge insurance agencies as well. Currently, I'm doing outside sales. I'm working for Republic Services, as you can see in my banner there. I have been with the company 2.5 months. I started in the beginning of May. And I told my manager when I was in the interview process how I thought that, you know, I can apply LinkedIn and explode, you know, this type of position. And it didn't register with him. And I waited, and I said the first couple of weeks, I got to learn what I'm doing. I got that down. And then I said, I'm posting my first customer. So if you look back about a month, you'll see, you know, Go Auto was my first post, nothing fancy. And then about a week ago, I think I did 5 posts in a row. And one of my posts for Red Arrow Diner has gotten over 6,000 views between two, you know, it said, oh, do you want to post in the, you know, restaurant group or whatever? So this one here is a nonprofit, the one that you have right there. So they do mental health. And, you know, I've got 23 likes on that and a good number of views. This one was a little restaurant in Nashua, and I think it was over 1,100 views when I saw it last. So what I'm doing is I've got a little twist, a little auto dealership. I think that one had about 1,200 views when I first looked at it last. I'm not even really, the diner one's my favorite, the next one right there. So this diner, Red Arrow Diner, been around for 100 years. And I just posted me with some of the guys outside and one of the owners, 67 people liked it. So using your technique, I do a little post, and the only thing I'm saying about Republic Services is welcome to the Republic Services family. So just doing that, it was getting more engagement, more people within the company. But just in the last week or so, I've been asked, I trained my group of, my office. And now I've got my division manager sending out messages talking about how because of these couple of posts that I've done, I had someone on LinkedIn that I connected with on the 25th of June with my message one that you taught, copy paste, and I got a sale from that. And he's got 10 gas stations. So I'm getting the first one in August. And, as long as we deliver, which we will, I'll end up getting 10 locations from him seeing my posts that you taught us how to do. You know what I mean? So I have a little bit of a twist, but my manager sent out a message talking about how he sees the value of what I'm doing, talking about me being 310% of budget. Then it's gone out to the region. And now one of the division managers are reaching out. They're shocked at what I'm doing. They're talking about me training their leaders and their sales force. They have 40,000 people that work for Republic Services. And this is like, breaking news, using LinkedIn to do what we're doing here. I just think super cool. It's like throwing that pebble in the water. And I just want to let you know, it's still having the ripple effect from what you and I have done.
So I have, I think 3 people on here that are, everybody that's on here, I think is a student. But I have 3 people here that are contemplating one-on-one coaching.
Why are they doing that, Matt? There's no question. The one-on-one coaching is where this all clicks for me. You know what I mean? And after like my second session with you, we fixed the profile. You showed me the basics. I started running with it. I couldn't sleep at night. Once we started having our one-on-one sessions, I was getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, and I would start doing my connections, doing what you taught me. And as you know, if you go back through our, trail there, I enrolled 3 people in one day when I was doing the network marketing. I got paid $5,000 to do 3 LinkedIn trainings for one of the insurance groups. Your training, your one-on-one coaching has opened up so many doors for me. So as time goes by, I always like to give you an update to let you know how I'm doing, but it all stems back to that one-on-one training that we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, were you surprised at how fast everything started to happen?
Initially, yeah. I mean, like, Max, I knew about you. I've heard about you from years before you and I had gotten together. I've watched some of the webinars that you had, but I mean, like, immediately when we first started working together, it just was like a snowball effect. But when I take that into other areas and see how it explodes, like, I can't tell you how excited I am about what I'm doing now. Seeing it with my upper management, how they're.
See what happens. Excuse me. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. LinkedIn has gotten faster, and being able to post things that give you credibility, and it doesn't matter who you're talking, well, it matters who you're talking to. It doesn't matter what you're trying to sell. Now, Dan had been recruited by one of the top earners in his company. Great guy. And his upline wasn't that into social media, so he jumped into my coaching program. After 2 sessions, he was impressing the hell out of his sponsor, and then his sponsor dies. He died. So he basically really became an orphan. And as a result, was not able, he lost interest. He says, Max, he says, I just spent $150,000 and I bought this cleaning franchise. Maybe you can help me get more customers for that. So we talked about it, the services that he offered. He was cleaning houses, and he felt he has these drones, so they can literally fly above buildings and clean all kinds of things. So we came up with some potential prospects, showed them how to find them, how to start conversations. And his business exploded. Last year, he could barely afford to put tires on his car. So far this year, he's made over $2 million. And in the first quarter of this year, the people that sold him the franchise were so impressed by the customers that he got, the nature of the customers that he got. He did a contract with Verizon Wireless to clean their cell towers, $20 million contract. He picked up a customer that owned Pizza Hut franchises. Man owned 500 Pizza Huts. So it works for just about anything.
And I have to tell you, I love when former students come back. So we're broadcasting it right here. So I want to open this up and I'm going to bring up Dan. And everybody's got a story. Dan has an amazing one. I just want to.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dan, it's nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing is the question.
Living the dream life. That's all I can say. It's amazing. It's amazing. Beyond amazing. My business has exploded and we're just growing in leaps and bounds. We've got our biggest problem is getting enough people and equipment. And as you know, I use your principles outside of network marketing, but they're awesome in any walk of life.
I remember last year, you made the comment that you were struggling financially to where you couldn't even put tires on your car.
That's true. That's true. And now we have 5 work vehicles, 5 drones. We, in the process of buying another one, and we buy everything with cash.
What advice would you give anybody that was listening to you? And
I would say, it's all a numbers game, but at the same time, the numbers can be slanted in your favor. And that's what I think your process did for me, was slanted the numbers in my favor. I learned who to contact and how to contact the right people. And I was building a network marketing company, and I stopped just because I got kind of sideswiped when my sponsor died. And Jason was, just a great guy, and he just kind of really set me back. But I was also using these in my personal business, and they just started taking off because of the contacts I was making. I was making local contacts and just started, it's taken off. And we just signed on to clean over 1,000 Pizza Huts. We are cleaning water towers and just things that I never would have imagined. And just the way it's all happened was really just because of making contacts, just expanding my network, contacting people in my area, and contacting people outside of my area with the companies and the people I wanted to work with, and learning who those people were and how to message them. That was the thing that, knowing who to talk to is 1/4 of the bat. I think it's about 1/4 of it. It's knowing how to talk to people. That's the hardest part. Knowing what to say and knowing how to get that conversation going and keeping it going, and to the point where to be able to say, okay, not right now for this person. They're focused on other things, but just knowing. I've had people that I talked to, and I realized that the conversation wasn't going where I wanted it to, and it was a not right now. But you know what? We've come back and talked to those people again, and just in keeping up with little messages like how's happy birthday, and I've had people just say, oh hey, yeah, thank you, and you know what? I want to talk to you. By keeping up, and those little things matter, and building that relationship. Relationships have meant everything.
yeah, it's all about relationships. Let me ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got from me when we were working in my coaching program?
How to talk to people.
That's right.
Talk to people. Being able to respond, and responding in a timely manner, but not being like a vulture and not being on top of people. I still get messages every day from vultures, people that make me feel like they're vultures. And I know they're just trying to build their business, but they shoot me messages, blind messages about telling me all about their business and how great it is and how much I could earn and all that stuff. And they don't even, and that's the very first message they send me. And you know what? I usually block them because, you know, to me, they're just, they're not out there talking to people to work with people. For them, it's just, you know, they just want the money. And I've learned help enough other people get what they want and you get everything you could ever want.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so true. It is the most truest thing I've ever heard. And I didn't know it at the time because it was all about me. Because I need was my issue. I need. I was in a need and not in a helping other people. It was all about me and what I need.
Well, that's understandable when, you know, you need tires on your car and you can't afford it. But again, just making that little shift in your mindset, knowing that you're gonna feel the need, it's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming.
I was just gonna say that last time I talked to you, I figured we'd do $250,000, you know, we're gonna surpass $2 million this year. That's a humongous jump, and we can't keep up.
Well, I'm glad I paid us.
Now, so it doesn't matter what you sell. If you know precisely who on the other end is your prospect, who would be interested in what you're doing, potentially. The rest of it's easy. The rest of it's easy. There is nothing to prevent any of you from talking to 10 people a day about your business. And closing one. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. The more you do it, the more fun you're going to have. And many of you have reached out to people. You've made the connection. We had an example last month where one of my students reached out to someone that was a nurse in November. The person signed up in their business. Initially, they said they tried network marketing 5 times, swore they'd never do it again. They ended up signing up in the person's business in June. It's 8 months. But if you went back and looked at the amount of time over those 8 months that the two of them actually talked to each other via text, it added up to under an hour. So every time you make a connection, every time you start a conversation with somebody, what are we doing? We're planting a seed. And over time, with effective posting, your posts build relationships with people without talking to them. And that really makes the difference. Chris, I have a number for you, ends in 5396. Is that the number?
Yes, that's it.
All right, I'll be calling you from a number that ends in 0007, so you'll recognize me on your caller ID.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Again, I love it when former students come back, and you can't believe the difference. Let me unmute Bobby for just a second. Bobby, you there? He's probably multitasking. But Bobby's come back, and everybody is blown away by the changes that people have made. changes that LinkedIn has made. So Eric, do you see yourself on here? You have a profile on LinkedIn? Now, we're gonna be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And then for our coaching students, we have our mastermind session at 1.
Okay.
So Eric, are you on LinkedIn?
I think that it's been a long time, but I think I am.
Okay, so there are a lot of Eric Taylors on here.
Yeah, I have my middle initials A, but it's been a while since I've been on there. I might have to go check some things out, but I do get some notices sometimes.
So I put an A in there. Did that help?
See if it does.
What city or state are you in?
I'm Denver, Colorado.
Nope.
I guess not.
So all that means is, remember what you put down for your profession?
It's been a while. I don't know if I put down as in marketing or affiliate marketer at the time, but it's been a while. There it is, right
Okay.
there.
Okay, so and you're still doing prepaid?
Yes, actually it's changed to
And
Legal
Legal
Shield.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, definitely you need to update this. I mean, there's a lot of changes that you need to make to really spruce this thing up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a connection request so we can be connected.
Okay.
All right, and I check your email. We have a special promotion for this month for the November boot camp that starts on next Thursday. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it in the chat for everybody. Again, I'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, folks. It is Friday. You got 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, you got 5 days. There is still time for all of you to close a bunch of sales before the end of the month. So until next time, best of luck in building your business and God bless. Pull out the project launch script. Create urgency.